landed on rocks. I have fell into waters, and I still have stayed strong and faced all my fears head on. I got tired of being enslaved, and I decided to make a change. Here's my journey. Hey y'all, I'm just here in my room, and I wanted to come talk to you all for a little bit. Some people that I know, they're always saying you should make a YouTube video. You should make a YouTube video. Well, you know what? I've made YouTube videos in the past, years ago. And of course, I had fake hair then. Oh my God. These roaches get on my nerves. Roaches get on my nerves. And this is why I am going to take you all on my journey of how I'm going to escape the rent. How I'm going to escape the bills. How I'm going to leave bills behind. Okay? Behind. This is the only way we can get ahead. Us as ethnic African American, female and male. This is not going to be like some deep video here. As you know, it's not going to be deep into culture stuff. We're not going to get into all of that. We'll do that on another day. But this is just mainly on taking you all on the journey of a normal black African American woman that I am. I'm Jamaican, but I'm black. I'm black and I'm African American. So it's very important for me to stress that, because it is what it is. And when we became enslaved and brought here to this country out of our own will, our struggles have been real, and it hasn't been that long. We have struggled to try to stay afloat, a lot of us black Americans. Now, granted, I know there's a lot of black Americans that y'all doing what y'all got to do. Of course, I'm one of them too. I run a tax business half of the year. I have education. I went to college. All of that stuff. I've done nursing. I've taken care of the elderly for many years. I've done a lot of stuff and still keep doing a lot. And I work very hard at that. And I'm a mother and I'm a wife and everything else. So I'm speaking from a point of view of just the show that you see in the front of you right now in this video. It's not edited. It's not going to be, all of that stuff. This is straight up. I believe in honesty and respect is key. I've always lived by that. Respect and honesty is key. Respect and honesty will take you far. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is what it is. This is where it really starts. I watch a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that. They show how they have everything done, the van life or the RV life and stuff like that. But it still takes some steps to get there. And it's important to see the steps prior to going off the grid, before going, taking your family into RV and escaping the bills. That's one way. But of course, I'm going to get into detail with that. It's very important for me to share this word. Why? Because I'm just like y'all. And this is my journey. And I'm starting from scratch. And what I mean by that is that as you can see here, in my 2-bedroom apartment, it's me and my beautiful kids and my husband, and we struggle to make ends meet just like everybody else. And then a lot of you guys out there might be thinking in your head, well, how do you start? This is what a lot of YouTubers are not telling you though. How do you actually start? They're not showing you in the moment, how do you start? It's easy to say just, get a van, get an RV, and then boom, you escape the bills. No, it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. We know that. Some of us got jobs where we getting paid every 2 weeks, like me. So I'm going to talk from my example. I run a tax business half of the year, which is seasonal. And then you have the other half of the year where, I got to hustle and work. Got to make ends meet. So I work from home. I have the liberty to work from home, and I take inbound and calls. But anyways, long story short, every 2 weeks, my check is about $800-900. I'm not going to sit here and BS. If I'm going to make a YouTube video, I might as well be straight up with it. Some people are like, well, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about that. It is what it is. If you're going to make a YouTube video, you might as well just be direct with it. So, with that being said, I'm not making a lot of money. So I'm being realistic, because if you're out there too and you getting paid every 2 weeks, you getting paid $800 and something, and you thinking, well, how am I gonna do it if I gotta pay my rent, if that's $800-900, if I gotta pay my internet, my telephone, and all of that stuff? Where am I gonna save up the money without having to wait for tax season to be able to do so, in order to be able to get ahead? Because remember, what's keeping us down, folks, is the rent. It's the bills. Every time you turn around, they're raising it on you. Every time you turn around, it's something else. It's something else. So if it's saying one thing, it's another. So there's ways to do things, and that's why I'm starting this video with these steps on how to start doing this stuff. Don't think you can't do it. So first of all, like I said, got $800 and something every 2 weeks. Let's say you're in the same boat as me. Right now, we get a child tax credit once a month. Which, if you have any children or anything, you should be getting that tax credit. And if you're not, and you don't have any dependents or anything like that, and you're not getting that tax credit, that's okay too. Let me fix this camera a little bit, y'all. If you're not getting a tax credit, that's okay. It might just make this just a little bit harder, but it's not impossible. So right now, we in August. My plan is, because I'm taking y'all on my journey and just giving y'all advice as I go. So my plan is in September to start putting away my tax credit money, so then that way, that money I could just take and then buy our RV. If you don't know where to look for RVs really cheap, just don't think Craigslist. You got Facebook Marketplace. You got OfferUp. You got all of that stuff that you can find RVs for cheap. Some of them might be older, but that's okay. You got to think, as long as it's running, it got a low mileage on it, forget the inside. The inside, you can fix it up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to find something and fix it up. That's all you got to do. So that's what I'm showing y'all from the beginning. Right now, I don't have any savings. I'm broke. I live paycheck to paycheck like a lot of us, okay? And I just don't have no money like that. I just don't. It is what it is. I'm even late on my rent. Like a lot of us might be late on our rent. And that's because you got to do other things. So what I started to do from many months ago is I started to minimalize. That helped me a lot too. I got rid of the weave, ladies. Listen, we got beautiful African American hair. And if you're not African American, whatever it is, you have beautiful hair. It's your hair. But we have beautiful hair, us as African American women. It's just that society has taught us not to love our hair or love ourselves, so we choose to spend all this additional money that could be spent on something more important, like the future of our kids, so they won't struggle as bad as we've been struggling, and we can stop the cycle. But then we want to keep up with the Jones, with the weaves and stuff, and all these clothes and fancy this, fancy that. This is Goodwill, thrift store. I do everything thrift store. Okay, I became a minimalist. I gave away 80% of my clothing. I practice Buddhism. So that's another thing that's incorporated into my life that helped me become a minimalist and striving to what I'm trying to strive towards. Talking about land. In order to stay... Ooh, sorry, y'all. Told y'all wasn't gonna be no editing in this, so let me put you right here. This is a new thing that I bought. I can't believe it fell off. But let's try it again, y'all. Thought it was gonna work good, but okay. Let's try it again. One time, I got it from what is that store called? It's called sorry, y'all. That store is called Five and Below, I think, something like that. But anyways, back to what I was saying, if I can remember what I was saying. I ain't got no script in here. Just saying, in order to be able to skip the bills, and in order to be able to get away from not having to pay the rent and stuff like that, obviously you got to get out of where you live. You got to escape the apartment. You got to escape the house and stuff. You helping these people to pay their property when there's a whole bunch of land. If you don't know where to look, go to landwatch.com. There's a whole bunch of property out there, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 acres, for only like $5,000, y'all. $6,000. I was tripping when I saw it. And I'm like, yo, I can't even believe I done spent my stimulus money on all this rent and stuff, helping these people pay their own apartments. Paying off buildings that's been paid off since like the 60s. But people still collecting profit. Now I get it. It's a business. You ran out in order to make money. Make money off of us. Okay? And a lot of us black Americans that's living in poverty or even living in rundown apartments that ain't no good with roaches and stuff that other people ain't got to deal with, you know, they ain't worried about us. They just worried about our money. They not worried about whether or not we're going to succeed or not. For them, it's convenient for us not to succeed because we can keep paying off their property while we stay below. And then when we 50, 60 years old, we ain't got nothing to show for it because we've been paying out our money to rent. When we could have been buying our own property or investing in a van or RV or something like that if you have a larger family. Because if it was just me and it wasn't my kids, I tell them all the time, if it was just me, honey bun, I'd be in somebody's van or under a bridge in a tent. If it was just me, I'd really been unskipped the rent. I'll probably have just my cell phone, just for emergency. Okay? But because I have kids, I have to, you know, consider certain different circumstances. Of course, my kids do homeschool. You know, I got to consider internet. I got to consider having a good Wi-Fi signal, satellite, all of that stuff. Good solar power systems, all of that good stuff. Very important. So, with all of that being said, we got to get some land. I'm talking to y'all with this right now because I don't got nothing saved up. I'm taking y'all along the journey. This is really what you mean. This is the true definition of taking you along my journey from the beginning. I don't got no money. Right now that I'm talking to y'all, I got no money. I got a few dollars in my pocket. That's all I got. I get paid tomorrow. That's going to go fast. It's going to go to the rent. This is what I'm talking about. You work so hard 2-3 weeks and all of a sudden your money to the rent. To the rent. It's sad, but it's what you got to do to survive at that moment. But if you can get over the hump and figure out the game, because they have it all planned out, trust me, this country has it all planned out to keep us down. Okay, and I'm referring to black Americans. It is what it is. Okay, we came from Africa. We came from West Africa. We're not supposed to be here. Our cultures, our everything has been lost to a certain extent. So now we're trying to regain ourselves. You know. And then you got some black people saying that it's over, it's over. No, it ain't over when you still got Black Lives Matter running on the street. It ain't over. It ain't gonna be over. That's why we gotta get ahead of the game. And getting ahead of the game means, getting ahead of the game means first, making sure your camera can stay on. Let me see. I'm looking at little suction cups. Oh, wow. What you do to try to make a YouTube video? Alright, so hopefully it'll stay. But the system is built to keep us down. And if we don't get ahead of the system and figure out the mathematics on it, then we're up creek. We're up S's Creek. Just it is what it is. So, for all of y'all home girls out there and all of my sisters and all the fam, okay, we gotta know that. Let me try to fix this a little bit better. Hold on, y'all. Maybe it's supposed to be lower down like this. Maybe that's why it's not working for my black guy. Because I want to be all extra. Okay. Come on there. Work with me. Alright, I think that's good enough. Y'all can see me. As long as y'all can hear me, that's what's important. But that's the only way we're gonna be able to do it, sisters. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it, fam. I'm telling you. We got to escape it. So step 1, start making some type of plan. You can make it even if you ain't got no money. Make a plan. Write it down. That's what I did. I put it on a little sticky pad. Write down, plan out your money. Think ahead of time. Say, okay, well, let's say you're not working. And you're saying, well, how am I going to do this if I'm not working? Okay, but you're getting some type of income, so you got to start making sacrifices. So let's say your income is limited to $500 a month. You know, let's say you don't really got nothing at all. You ain't really getting nothing. You start looking around and see if there's anybody financing a van. And if it's only you alone, because if you only got a little bit of change and you got kids, then you might be in a different type of situation. But if you single and by yourself and you just got a few dollars and you ain't really got nothing, that's a little bit easier because you could kind of camp around. You could put together your little $20-$30, get yourself a little tent if you don't already have one, and you could camp around. Just make sure you pay your cell phone bill, so then that way you could use your cell phone in order to look up different places on Craigslist, offer up, and people who are offering vans. Sometimes they got vans for $200-$300, you know. So I ain't gonna tell nobody if you ain't got a driver's license you should be buying no car, but if push come to shove, there's a lot of folks driving around that ain't got no driver's license, but you could fix that stuff once you get on some wheels, if you got what I'm saying. So it is what it is. I mean, just sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's not like you going out to sell nobody drugs or go rob a bank. You might just be ready to get somebody a ticket. You get pulled over without a driver's license for sure. But if you can get yourself a vehicle and at least get some plates on it, then at least you could start to deck it out the way you want to deck it out. And you can start just living in your van. For the meanwhile, that could take you around for you to get extra work somehow or make a little money. And then from there, you start putting your money together to invest in an RV or just straight out buy your land. It might be in the country, but what do you have to lose? We have everything to lose when we driving down these crazy streets with these people who don't know how to drive good. Do you cause an accident? You take a risk every day when you live inside your apartment, haven't paid the rent. You don't know when these people want to kick you out. You take a risk every day. We take risk every day. So why not take another risk and invest in something that you know is going to help you get out the hole? It's about getting out of the bill so you can own something for yourself. And you're not reliant. You can be self-sustainable. You can have your solar energy. You can carry your own water, have your own gray water tanks, your own regular water tanks. You could do all of that right from your vehicle. And a lot of people know this because they do van life and RV life. Me, I haven't done it yet. I've just been doing a lot of research, and that's where I'm on my way to, is RV life. Until that way I can escape the rent. So I jump into the RV. Me and the kids, we deck it out, make it enough beds and everything. We have our kitchen space, toilet, and all of that stuff. Everything to make it legal. Per se, we get on the road, start traveling, start seeing the country. While I work from home, work from the computer. You know, there's you can get your it's called I'm gonna try to put the link in the description, but it's called like an American National like an American National Pass, like for you to be able to travel with, you know, like go to different national state parks. So if you got your RV, you could park there pretty much for free and camp out on the days you want to. You can get nomad internet. You start researching those things. It's a nomad internet for folks that are, you know, are nomads and they're all over the place off the grid and they want to have good internet. So there's ways to start everything. And the first thing you got to start is doing research. You don't have to have money to do research. If you got a phone and you're able to see YouTube right now, okay, you could do research. If you don't have a phone but you got a TV and you're able to see YouTube on your Roku or something, there's research. There's videos that you can watch so you can learn on how to prep yourself. So when you do have the money, your motivation is already there. That's what matters. Don't bring yourself down because of your current situation at the moment. So it don't matter if you broke like me right now, but you could plan. If you can get on Facebook and look at what everybody else and their mama doing, you could plan. That's the problem with the world. We so focused on what everybody else is doing instead of what we need to do individually for ourselves so we can progress to be better humans, have a better mindset. If you don't know about Sanguru, look them up. SANHGURU on YouTube. Check them out. Sanguru speeches. This man is a wise man. You know, I'm Guru Paviel. So, you know, I'm just me. I'm Paviel. I consider myself to be a guru as well because you become a guru when you're awakened and your mindset is correct and where it needs to be. Anybody could be a guru, whether or not woman or man, as long as your mind has awakened and you have seen what you need to see in order to progress in life. And that's what's happened to me. And I've always possessed this gift of knowing what's going to happen and pre-predicting things and giving the best advice possible. It's something that I've been blessed with. So yes, now I have a title for it. So I'm Guru Paviel. You can check me out on Facebook as well. Awaken and Live Again on Facebook. Check out my podcast, Anchor.fm, Awaken and Live Again. When Things Fall Apart series is something that would, it'll make your life just gorgeous. I promise you, guaranteed. 100% guaranteed. If you listen to that podcast, I'll link the description below. If you listen to the podcast, you will love it. But anyways, moving forward, about skipping these bills. Say hell to the bills. Hell to the bills. Hell to the bills. I'm tired of being broke. Just tired. 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 I'm just tired. You know? So, and you tired too. You tired too. You tired of every time you turn around, you get your check, you gotta pay something. You tired of every time you get paid, the next day you broke already. Matter of fact, you so tired of being broke that you tired of being broke before you even get broke. I'm already broke and haven't even got my check tomorrow. Already broke. It's sad. But guess what? If you awaken from it, then it no longer becomes sad, because now you got a plan in order to escape the trap. So yes. So pointers and tips. Start now. Plan. That's number one. Plan. Write down. Write it down. Put it in your memory. Matter of fact, let me lose one at get your mind right. Check out my anchor.fm, Awaken and Live Again. Get your mind right. Second, plan while you getting your mind right. Plan. Start tonight. Start today. Write it down. Say to yourself, okay, I get a fixed income. I got $500 a month. Okay, what do I really need? Process what you really need. You need food. You need shelter. If you working and stuff, you might have to have your computer or something or whatever. Certain things you might need just to get ahead. You gotta just think what you need at the moment and what can you do without. Just like me, I stopped wearing the weaves. Didn't need it no more. I'm tired of spending that extra money. Didn't need a lot of clothes. Gave away 80% of my clothes, because the more things you have is the more things you gotta worry about. It's more stressful. So many things you gotta worry about. But if you only have 5 or 6 outfits, that's all you gotta worry about. Easy to wash, easy to get rid of, so you can continue doing other things that matter. So, write it down. Know what you want to do. Dream upon it. Dreams come true if you make them come true. Dream upon it. Visualize it. Envision yourself doing that. Motivate yourself by watching people like me or other people that do YouTube videos. Whatever you want to watch. Motivate yourself and know that it's possible. I'm telling you it's possible, because I'm taking you on my journey with me. The day I start saving, I'm going to let y'all know, hey, y'all, I'm saving finally. Because I want y'all to see that this is where it really starts. It starts in the BS. It starts in the apartment, the cockroaches, the giving your landlords the money after they sent exterminators to you for what? When all the roaches did was get worse. But you got to deal with it because you're in the hood. You know, you got to deal with it. There go one there. Incredible. Ugh. But you got to deal with it, though. You got to deal with it until you stop wanting to deal with it. So when you get tired of being tired, that's when you finally get, bingo, this is what I got to do. I'm going to stop BSing now. This is what I got to do. I got to escape these bills, because these bills are bringing me down. These bills are not allowing me to be able to save and make a future for my kids. And I'm not finna be renting from nobody in the next 10 years. I'm not renting from nobody, not even in the next year. I'm not renting from nobody no more. I'm tired of these folks. Because they do what they want to do with you when they want to do it, even though you paying your rent. Okay? So sometimes you got to sacrifice things. So if your water bill or your cable get cut off, leave it off. Leave it off. Let me tell you why you want to leave it off. You want to leave it off because if you pay it, that's more money going into Tom's pocket. So while Tom at home sitting in his mansion collecting from his Spectrum clients, you helping him out. I'll make sure this suction ain't coming off. But you helping him out. Why keep helping Tom? Sacrifice yourself and say, you know what? Hell with it. I'm going to leave this damn cable. We don't need no damn cable. Let's cast this to the TV or something. Let's cast from our phone. Find another way that's free. Go to the pantries. I don't get food stamps or anything like that. I go to the pantry and I'll be there every Wednesday at the same time. And they give good food at the pantry. And they gave me my oil, eggs, and everything. I barely spend money on groceries for the month. So this is another way that you could do, especially once you start to get on the road. Stop at certain places and see if they're giving away food or something like that. Why spend money on food if you can get it for free if they're offering to give it to you? Whether or not you work or not. Some people say, well, I work, I got money, so they're not going to give me no food. They will if you ask for it, because it don't matter if you got money or not. That money got to go to bills. So the more food you could get is the better. So then you have more money to pay the bills for the meanwhile until you get yourself out of it. Or that money could be saving that you're not spending on food. So I started calculating and I said, well, if I could save at least $1,000 a month, start in September, by October, I should be able to buy an RV, because I done seen the RVs for like $2,000 and change. I don't care at this point. I just want to buy one that got a kitchen, bathroom, and got enough space for me, the kids, and the dog, and my husband. That's it. And it don't got to be expensive. It could be old. I wasn't trying to get a big one because it's a little bit harder to find parking areas for it when you're driving it. So I wanted to get like a medium-sized one, but I'm going to see what God want to give to me. But I'm going to sit on my money, save my money. That way I could be able to get the RV. Then we're going to start to deck it out, make it comfortable. Once we know that it's comfortable and it got everything we need in it, our mattresses, whatever can fit in it, you know, we make it real comfortable and stuff. Then we're going to go ahead and hit the road and give up on this apartment stuff. We're going to hit the road because I'm tired of paying rent. I can't do it no more. I'm not going to go into next year paying Mr. Tom's rent. I'm done with it. So even if worst case scenario come where I'm not able to get my RV until October or November, that's okay. That's okay. We could still be out of here by tax season. But if it was up to me, it'd be sooner. But the time is flying by so fast, so it's all good. I just wanted to keep flying by fast. So I get closer to tax season, and that way I have my tax money too. So that'll be emergency money. You want to make sure you have your generators, solar plants, and all of that stuff. So all of that stuff we're going to have to get together. It's not that expensive. A lot of this stuff is cheap. It's not that expensive. The most expensive part is really just buying the vehicle. Buying the RV is the most expensive thing. Okay? And that might run you $2,000-$3,000 depending on what you want, what you like, or what you can afford. But right now it's about escaping the bills, not adding additional bills or additional bulks of money. But when it's yours and you're investing in what's yours, that is wonderful too as well. So it's wonderful. So, just know that it's possible. It's definitely possible. Don't think it's not. So, this is the first way and my first vlog on my journey, our journey, my kids and I, and my husband and the dog and the rabbit and the birds. So this is our journey on how to get out of the bills, get what you want, and move up. Move up, but just the self-sustainability. We ain't trying to be rich. We just want to be in peace. We want to be in serenity, peace, reading my book somewhere in the middle of the country, and nobody bothering me. Nobody physically bothering me. I love you guys out there, you know, and whoever's watching me. This suction thing, I don't like this. I'm gonna have to get a different one. But you know, I love everybody out there, but you know, us as humans, we like to be kind of to ourselves. A lot of us do. But it's not because we're trying to say that we don't like people per se. No, we like people. If not, you wouldn't be talking to you. Because I consider y'all my people, right? But I'm just saying, like, you want to be just in serenity. You know what I mean. You just want to be by yourself. You know, just doing your family, doing your thing, but still be able to communicate, you know, through the internet or whatever little social media there is, as long as you're doing everything sane and not doing something crazy. But, yeah, y'all. So, that's that. I don't got nothing else to say right now. I'm not good with no editing or nothing like that. I'm barely going to try to do an intro for this video. So, this is the real journey and how you get it started, y'all. So, I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible. And because I want to let y'all see how I'm going along. And when I find tips and tricks and stuff, I'm going to share with y'all so y'all know exactly what I'm doing, so y'all could do the same thing as I go along. And then we might be able to just meet up somewhere. It'd be nice if we get an Awaken and Live group, you know, somewhere. So Awaken and Live Again. So what is that? Allah? AALA? So ALA? So AALA? It'd be nice to make an AALA group, an AAL group. It'd be nice. That'd be Awaken and Live Again group. You know, where it's just like us folks that got out of the rut and got out of the hood. We were able to actually do something. Like my ultimate goal is really to get my land, which I plan on getting by next year, at the latest. Get my land and build a Buddha temple. I call it my Buddha temple. Build it a Buddha temple, because really, you know, I used to be a dancer back in the days. I used to strip and stuff like that. You know, I done been there, done that. You see, I'm tatted up. I done been there, done that. You know, you just get tired of certain things and you grow up as you get older. And I'm 34 going on 35, and I'm not trying to be 40 years old before I get a piece of land or own something. So that's why I'm starting now. That's why I'm telling you, anybody can start now. It don't matter how old you are, but it's just that I'm choosing to do my journey as early as possible. And mainly for my kids' sake, because I live for my children. That's the only reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is for my children. Like I said, if it was up to me, I'd be in a van, in a tent, in a bridge. I don't care. But I have my children, so I got to think about them. And I'm always mom before I'm anything else. So, and I got to think about their future. And if mommy's not able to save money, I can't do nothing for my kids. If mommy can't save no money. And if mommy don't own her own property, that means I'm not securing nothing for them in the future either. Because I don't want nobody kicking my kids out nowhere. So that's why I got to start now. So as long as God give me strength in life, I'm going to do what I got to do. Because I'm the only child, and my mom passed. It's been 8 years now, almost 8 years now. And my mom was everything for me. My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, she was everything, because I'm the only child. So she showed me how to be strong, and keep my head up. And I'm going to tell y'all the same thing. Be strong, keep your head up. Have respect and honesty. Be respectful and be honest with people. You'll get far that way, especially when you be on the road. Don't forget we black. So make sure when you're on a road, you be nice and courteous to people, and they're going to help you out, especially when you're in the middle of somebody boondocks, you know, because I ain't travel out west yet. I've been up and down the East Coast, but I ain't travel out west. So I don't know who in the boondocks, what type of moose hanging around. I don't know who hunting, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to meet Billy out there somewhere. I don't know. All I know is that I'm going to be nice to Billy if I meet him, because I ain't got no time. I watch a lot of scary movies, but I still ain't scared to get on the road. So anyways, it was nice talking with you guys today, and I hope you guys like this video. Follow my journey. Remember, all this liking and subscribing stuff, y'all like and subscribe a lot of stuff that don't make no sense. So y'all need to like and subscribe my channel, because I'm gonna have some content out and y'all gonna want to see towards the end. I think y'all be really interested, just because I'm taking it from the beginning. I ain't got no time to be making it seem like this gonna be an easy thing to get done. It's gonna be stress, and it's gonna be a lot of sacrificing. But I'm ready for it. And if y'all not ready for it, get ready for it, because if not, you're gonna be paying rent the next 2-3 years if you haven't owned a piece of property yet. And you don't need to do that, especially if you got kids. You need something, even if it's an RV, even if it's a van, it's yours. That's the point. That's the point. It's yours. Something that you can secure for your kids, so then that way you escape these bills and get yourself a piece of land. Stop playing. You can even have other people put their trail on it if you wanted to collect some rent per month. You know,